Congratulations, Nigeria. The Super Eagles, they've won the third place position in the ongoing AFCON series of competition. And that wasn't the plan, if you ask me. Nigeria Super Eagles were believing they were going to go all the way and win the trophy. But things didn't really work out, and now they've settled for the third place, beating Egypt via penalty kicks. This time around, the penalties were much better. The players were more composed, and hence they won third place. Now, congratulations once again, but I haven't said all of that. Nigerians, for the record, this is the 8th time that they are winning third place in a competition that, considering the fact that Nigeria is one of the biggest names in African football, considering their pedigree, their players, everything that comes with it, the name, you will expect that it should be the other way around, where they will have won bronze 3 times and won the trophy itself 8 times. Wouldn't you have loved that? Imagine Nigeria having winning that competition 8 times. Okay, that would be unprecedented. So my question is, for the 8th time that they've won the third place, why? Why is it at the time where they have the opportunity, something goes wrong? The semi-final position game, in perspective, they were outplayed by the Moroccans. Incidentally, a lot of people have said it, and I think I hold that view as well, where you see the Super Eagles outplayed by the same strategy that they used against Algeria. Remember the game in the quarterfinals against Algeria, where they dominated, the Super Eagles dominated for what? The whole 90 minutes. The Algerians were held, they were held to their space, and they did not even have the chance of testing our keeper. No shot at goal. That is unprecedented. All right? And the celebration of that victory against Algeria was as if they won the AFCON already. Which to me, I don't know, it was celebration too much, too early. I mean, you celebrated like you won the cup. You are yet to win the cup. It was just a semi-final game, rather. No, not the quarterfinal, it was the semi-final. And you got so carried away, Nigeria celebrated, and hey, you see how the finals to play. That's why you see this psychology played out when Senegal won their game against Egypt. What did Mane do, their biggest star? When they were trying to go crazy and to celebrate after the game, Mane said, you see that sign? Keep quiet, relax. We've not won the trophy yet. That is the psyche. Stay focused until we win the goal, until we win the trophy. All right? But we got carried away shouting and celebrating and everything. All right? Not waiting for when you actually win. And I think that is part of psychology, where you maintain your focus until the deed is done. Now, after the game of Algeria, Morocco played the same tactics against Nigeria. If you look at that game very well, Nigeria made just 2 attempts on goal, 2 shots in the whole 90 minutes. Now, that is unprecedented as well. None of our strikers saw the game. Lukman, Adams, Osimhen, they were all absent. The midfield, Iwobi, Onyemachi, nothing. Same thing we used against Algeria, Morocco used against us. And you know, I was thinking, way back when we won the cup in '94, Amunike was brought in. The opponents didn't know how Amunike was going to go around. He messed the defense up of Zambia, if I remember clearly. And Amunike scored the winning goal. He was so rugged. I was thinking that the coach will bring in a player that is very hungry and crazy, that will mesmerize the defense, of Morocco. Nothing like that happened. Osimhen, let's talk about Osimhen. Osimhen is known to have a little temperamental issue, not on the bad side. Hear me out. Osimhen is a very, very good player if you allow him to be himself. It is now left for the management to manage him, but still bring out the best in him. Osimhen was tamed, not just by the defenders. He was also tamed mentally. Because Nigerians came against him when remember that incident against Algeria when he attacked Lukman, attacked not really like in a bad way like that, but in the competitive spirit. And that's Osimhen for you. With the passion, brings out the best in him. After the game, everybody criticized him when he walked off the pitch. I'm not saying that you cannot curtail the excesses, just a little bit. If you guys remember Maradona at the time was the best player in the world. Maradona had some temperamental issues too. But even the critics did not try to give him the PhD, as in pull him down syndrome. They didn't try to tame him. Because they all knew what Maradona can bring to the table when they allow him to be himself. He causes penalty kicks. He does a lot of stuff in the 18-yard box and even outside the 18-yard box. He's temperamental with everybody. Not like Osimhen in terms of the extent. But you see, the Football Association in Argentina were able to, cut a bit of the excesses, but remain and still make him himself. Nigerians, Osimhen, the Nigerians were unforgiving. In fact, there was a commentator on one of these Nigerian media news network. I think I write news. Go on, let him go. Who is he? Let him go. But you see, all those things play into the psyche of a person if he allows you to get into him. Osimhen was tamed, was quiet. He didn't really do a lot of the way he does. He did a little bit of it, especially against the referee. That's a story for another day. But what am I saying here? Nigerians know how to kill good spirits. Nigerians know how to criticize you till you buy. Even though you are one of the best, they need you as one of the best things they have. They will rather, because Nigeria has a lot of pride. So that affected Osimhen to a large extent. Talking about affecting the side, does the Super Eagles have a solid psychologist? Do they have a solid psychologist? Forget about it. Let's not even talk about the coaches, the technical crew. How about the psychologist? The Brazilian team have a psychologist. I remember when Rivaldo, Ronaldo, Bebeto were there. You remember that crew? Devastated. There was no defense that could hold them. This psychology, the part that the psychologists play on is critical in a football team. In any team, for that instance. In the Nigerian team, Super Eagles, how good is the psychologist that can make their psyche even stronger against the opposition? You see that crowd during the semi-finals against Morocco, the home team. They were most of them against Nigeria. You will expect that. Some of them even go to the extreme. I watched a video where even our keeper was being harassed in his... the camera didn't show that. This is from, I saw in the TikTok, where the fans were disturbing the focus of our keeper. Okay, but generally, the whole crowd was against you. What do? It's the psychology that matters. I don't think the psychological part of the Super Eagles played a superior role in that game because that's what they need. I don't think they ever got it because they were all tamed. They couldn't really move it, and make tackles and do what they got to do. They didn't have the mindset to win in that Super Eagles, in that semi-finals. They didn't have. I mean, look at how that guy played his penalty kick. What's his name? With chewing gum, and he went to play penalty. He just passed it to the keeper. Psychology. You see? He wasn't psyched enough. Sometimes it's not just self-psych. You need somebody out there in your team that will psych you up, wake you up, make you ready, make you believe, even when you didn't have. Does Nigerian Super Eagles have that? It's not just about money now. Because everything starts from here. If you don't have it here, your body can't really do a lot. So I think that semi-finals, it was all out there for us to win. Forget about what the referee did. Referee, to me, I think it was pressured to making sure that the home team go to the finals. Tell me if I'm wrong. Be that as it may, it did not stop the Super Eagles from winning that game if they had the drive. They did not have the drive. In fact, if you look at the third place match, it was even more interesting than the semi-finals coming from the Nigerian perspective. So here is the thing. Now that for the Super Eagles, AFCON is over, at least they won bronze, well, it goes with the adage that says Nigeria know they carry last. Well, there it goes again. That's a good example. At least they won bronze. But this is the 8th time, though. You can't be winning bronze like that. Yes, but come on, how about winning gold? Okay? I think in the game, technical ability, yes, technical crew, a good coach, but the psychological part of it should not be undervalued. It's very important when you are going for a huge competition like that. Okay? Nigeria has what it takes to win that trophy, the AFCON, as much as it wants to. Because we have all what it takes. So again, congratulations that we won the third place, that's fine. But moving forward, I think that our local league should be given priority. We should improve our league, bring out the best talents. If you want to take them out there to the world and the display, we don't lack that. We don't actually lack players. Before the next edition of the AFCON, there will be great players coming up again. It goes over, but what do we do with them? How do we harness them? Technically, financially, that's right, financially, and of course, psychologically. That is something that we need to look into to make sure that next time when Nigeria goes out to play, you play to win and win the best there, not settle for less. Be that as it may, congratulations, Super Eagles. Congratulations, Nigeria, winning the third place match competition in the AFCON and placing third again in the AFCON 2025 competition. Hopefully next time, we will win the gold, regardless. From all of us here, what are we doing, Seth? We say congratulations one more time. Go out there, celebrate, live your life, enjoy. And remember, subscribe if you'll enjoy this content. We appreciate those that have. And please like, share, and comment. Do you enjoy the AFCON? I think I did. I wish I could enjoy it more, especially if my team wins and win the trophy. Oh, wow. That would have been a great one. But again, congratulations. Talk to you again, folks. Bye-bye.
What are we doing, Seth?